Hey YouTube, coming at you with what has been my best color cup team so far. Shadow Cradily, Kingdra, Shadow Kingdra, and bibarel. And I went 15-5 with this team. It does have the limitations, like against Ferrothorn, very, 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 like almost impossible. Actually, I did win against Ferrothorn, but it was mostly my opponent's misplays. Um, so Ferrothorn's very tough, but it's a very, very strong team for a few reasons. One is um, the secondary typings on a couple of these Pokemon really help it out in this meta, right? Cradily with half rock, you neutralize your fire weakness, right? So um, whereas your grass, you get in this meta because you're a grass, usually weak to fire. You neutralize it because of the rock, and you also have a rock move to throw at them. So like something like Talonflame is a pretty decent matchup, being able to throw double super effective rock slides. Kingdra, same thing I mentioned in my video the other day. Water, weak to electric. Dragon resists electric. Water, weak to grass. Dragon resists grass. So you neutralize those weaknesses while still resisting water Pokemon and now double resisting fire because water and dragon both resist fire. So makes it a great save swap. And then I was like, bibarel, I was like, I wanted like another Pokemon that can kind of deal with all of the meta. Like your Mud Boys, your Kingdras, your Jumpluffs, and a little bit of everything. And I found that bibarel has the most play because it has like the rollout for flyers. It has Surf that can spam. It's got Hyper Fang for neutral situations. So overall, really like the team. Did very, very well with it. Let's look at some of the battles. Right off the bat, Gastrodon, so that's a good lead. They'll get into something maybe not. Okay, not. It is still neutral, right? I am half rock, but being half rock, I'm going to resist his body slam, so I don't need to worry about this move. And I'll just farm up a little bit more, and they finally get into Toxapex. I should not be throwing the rock slide. I should be throwing the grass knot here to try and chip. But then going into Kingdra, and this is where Kingdra is just so deadly with this Dragon Breath damage. That seemed fast, so that's probably just a brine, which is also double resisted, so not worried about that. Opponent clearly does not know about moves, so just commit to the farm down. Again, that's a brine. I can live that with ease, come out with a ton of energy. Let's see if I just go straight outrage to try and take this out. Nope, I'm going for the Octazooka here. Probably should be going for the outrage, but maybe I get to a second move here. I do grab one shield and I get to a second move. So this will probably not take out. Yeah, it's a little tanky, but I just get the farm down. One turn move, and there's a Marowak in the back. And I have been seeing a lot of Marowaks lately. And that's the second reason I put this in. Is because I've been seeing this. Yeah, like I've been seeing Marowaks, which you can hit. You can Abomasnow. You still do super effective with the rollouts, and then you can get to a Hyper Fang, and then just watch out for the Energy Ball, right? So it's actually got quite a lot of play in this meta. Against a lot of the main Pokemon you see. So I was actually surprised with it. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I put it on like kind of hoping it worked, and it did work there. So Greninja, good lead. Again, half rock though, so Hydro Cannon is still neutral. I'm a Shadow there, Greninja, so I do shield, so I'm like, I don't want to take a Hydro. And it's just a Night Slash, so that's brutal. And then the Bullet Seeds are adding up so much that I just decided to go Rock Slide here because like it's one quicker on the second time around, and it's Greninja. It's so glassy, right? And these Bolt Seeds are adding up. So do grab his shield, just go straight for the Rock Slide again. And if I take it out, great. If I don't, we'll see. I do take it out. And they have their own Cradily. So going to the Grass Knot here, losing CMP, which is unfortunate. Even with the 5 attack, crazy. So I get taken out there, which is unfortunate. Coming in Kingdra. Now, Kingdra in this matchup is tough. You can live one move, but obviously if you're going to go Octazooka and try for the double attack fall, you usually shield up the first one. And they make a catch on a Talonflame. So I guess good catch. They're just thinking, I was going to say they're thinking that's their win con. And no attack fall. Between my video the other day with this Pokemon and this video, I swear the attack fall when my opponent throws it happens at 100% rate, and it happens at like a 10% rate when I throw it. Just barely. So I guess it averages out to about 50%, but not in my favor. take it out for there. So I am like, again, I am neutral to the fire, but I have two better answers in the back. So just come in with one of them. Get met with a dugong, going straight for the outrage, right? Grab a shield to take this out. And grab a shield. Now the question is, where do I go from here? Because I am weak to ice on the lead. So I don't think that's the best option to come in super behind on energy. So I may just come roll out down. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's no point of coming in just super behind on energy where you're going to be taking super effective damage. So just come in here. Hopefully I can get to the rollout. And they eventually come in with more Peko. But they're down a shield and I'm ahead on energy. So go with the surf off. And then I'm like, okay, hopefully I can just bolt seed down. I don't really need to, well, not that I don't need to worry about an aura wheel because this still does like 50%. This thing hits so freaking hard. But I am coming to the farm down, coming out with energy. If the Ninetales comes back in, I have the Rock Slide. If the Dugong comes back in, I have the Grass Knot. And that's what makes this Pokemon so flexible. So what's coming in? The Ninetales, actually both Rock Slide and Grass Knot for Dugong, but Ninetales comes in, gets a move off, or wins CMP anyways, so get off the Rock Slide. This will take it out. This will grab a shield. Then this next one will take it out. So take it out here. And it spams at a good rate, right? 4-3, 4-3, so 12-9, 12-9. Like, I definitely can live with that. Snipe with a rollout. They know it's over. Marowak. So, again, I have two answers in the back, so I probably want to go there. But, like, push comes to shove, Cradily can just stand that one and just throw some Rock Slides. I'm worried that they were going to frenzy. Like, I know this is a bait. They know this is a bait. But I was worried that they're going to get the frenzy off and maybe I get the attack fall. And I do. Meaning that, because they're going to get to two frenzies before I get to another move because 17 is so freaking long to get to. But being able to lower their attack, getting one off and actually lowering their attack is huge for me because I'll live this and now I just flip switch. So living that, flipping switch, now getting bibarel on the Marowak. Maybe I can even get an Octazooka here. I can, but it's against Cradily, so we'll see what happens here. No attack fall. Did grab a shield though, so we'll take that because now I just have mirror match here and then I have alignment in the back. So I just found that this double water, like because of the duo typing, seemed to have a lot of coverage. And then a grass rock seemed to have a lot of coverage. So again, you'll see a Fairthorn matchup that I think I won. But you could just, it seemed safe. And then it was more towards the end that I was starting losing. Then I switched up the team just to try other teams and stuff like that. But I could go back to some variation of this, if not this exact same team, and just deal with the limitations that it has. So they will get to a move here, which will take me out. But I am loaded with energy. Probably got to shield this. But they just dumped back-to-back moves here, so they're not going to get to another one before I get to two Rock Slides here. So I'll go back-to-back Rock Slides to take this out. Are you sick of, I was about to ask, are you sick of Color Cup? I know you are, because I see it in my views. Charge Bug. Charge Bug is a weird one, because you both have resisted fast moves, and both have super effective charge moves. X Scissor and Rock Slide, both super effective here. So yeah, it's a really weird one to play out here. They do shield. They're probably going to win CMP here again too, or just get to it before me, yeah. Not surprising. I probably just let this go and just come Kingdra where it's neutral. Maybe still need to shield up one. Charge Bug bulky enough that these Dragon Breaths aren't ending up as much as you'd want them to. Yeah, so my look, it's January. We'll do like one, you know what? Before we get into the Dan rant, there's still 10 minutes of battles left. Let's do a few more battles and then we'll talk about life in Pokemon Go. And yes, some positives. Saw the Shadow Remote raids. I definitely will be doing the Ho-Hos. So if you're on my friends list and I'm online, definitely send me them. This is pretty much the only way I'm going to get a potentially good one. Like IV one. So send me those raids. maybe I'll do an event coverage. But we'll see. It's just a ho-ho event, right? There's not much else to it. Okay, go down here. Good lead. They are staying in. I still really don't want to take a Stone Edge, so I may shield. Yeah, it's a wild charge, which would have been resisted, but I didn't like if it has Stone Edge and their shadow and I'm a shadow. I don't really want to take that move. Amoonguss comes in, so I just get chip it because I'm worried that I don't have the sort of fast move pressure to take this down on my own before they get to a second move. So that's why I wanted to chip. So now that I can take it down, I'm down 2 shields, which is never ideal, but you know, with energy here, we'll see. I assume a second grass in the back, and they show me that second grass, which is huge. So going for the bait here. Do get it, and the attack fall. That is huge. So I'm just going straight again. Kind of like, I'm basically forcing them out. And they double shield. That one does not get the attack fall. They do get the energy ball off. And now I line here. Because I have the rock slide for this. And then I come in here thinking I could take one. What am I doing? What am I doing? Sacrificing this? Or getting ahead on energy so I can take this out because I'm worried that I'd lose CMP here against a wild charge user. Yeah, that makes sense too. Now they're going to have to throw, or else I'm going to get to another move. And the speediness again of... It makes sense that I like this. I don't like this Pokemon, but the speed, same thing, 12-9, 12-9 on these Surfs is a nice combo here. Okay. The only thing I will say about this team is you don't need to get out. I get out when I see a fire because I have 2 better fire answers in the back. Let me just give, if you're going to play this team, let me just explain how the different matchups and then I'll just talk. Basically, you don't need to get out. This is not an ABB style team because you have, like I said, Kingdra just neutralizes all your weaknesses with the dragon typing. So if it's a fire lead, I have 2 fire answers in the back, I will get out. You don't need to get out of anything else, really. You're going to see one coming up. Ferrothorn is a killer for this team. I just played the Ferrothorn matchup out against Cradily, just throwing Rock Slide, where you like lose the lead and then come in with like Kingdra and Dragon Breath down and then maneuver your way around from there. So that's what I did. Kingdra is your safe swap. Obviously, it is just so strong. You know, you got a couple answers. They got this for Gastrodon, and your Kingdra can deal with it, and then Surf for bibarel. And I guess Jumpluff is a little... Well, it's not even that terrible of an issue because you have Rock Slide on Cradily and Roll Out on bibarel and Dragon Breath damage. So, like, if this is what I like about the team, it just seems to have a lot of coverage for what is the main meta. Anyway, so that's how you play with the team as these last few minutes of battles play out. Okay, so remote... Yeah, views, state of the game, everything. Okay, let's give props. I always crap on Niantic. Let's give props for finally allowing people to shadow to even if it's limited to 3 hours, to remote raid in to shadow Pokemon. That is a huge upgrade for the game. That is not only a huge upgrade for just the game for everyone, it's a huge upgrade for rural players who have no shot of doing shadow raids. Now, obviously, this is just a limited time 3-hour window. Hopefully, they expand this. Now, the question is, I saw someone joke, maybe not joke, basically saying like Niantic must be bleeding money to offer this. And it kind of was like, yeah, that's kind of has me thinking too, right? Like, you know, the desperation for money is obvious on them. Everything has a ticket. Like, they come out with multiple events per week. Every event has a ticket. The ticket prices are increasing. They're trying to maximize every value of it. But I think people are getting more and more frustrated with that and not buying that. So, doing something like this, not only is it a benefit for the game, it's a benefit to their bottom dollar because like I don't think I've done. Have I done a raid in 2025 yet? I'm not. I don't think I've done a raid in 2025 yet. But I will remote raid into these Shadow Ho-Ho for sure. I would not go out on my own to do them because I don't have a community here. You know what? Shadow Ho-Ho's double week to rock. So maybe I could do that. And maybe I will go out, especially if you can remote raid in. Maybe I can just... maybe I can go for a couple... Is it on the Saturday or the Sunday? Because Saturday I can go out, Sunday I can't. Well, 2 to 5, yes, I could probably go out when I get back. Because it's a rock, it's double week to rock, right? Because it is a flying fire Pokemon, which makes it double week to rock, which probably it's the shadow. 2 to 5 on Sunday, so it's on Sunday from 2 to 5. Maybe I can sneak out for like a little bit there. Let me know in the comments below how many trainers you think it's going to take this out. Obviously, one is not going to cut it. But if I can remote raid like a couple people in, can we do it with 3 because it's double week to rock? Just get a bunch of like Rhyperiors with Rock Wrecker. Can we take it out with just like 3 people from his shadow? Because you need like, or is it gonna like a raid? What's it called? I forget what the. I just kind of call it raging, where it gets like a super strong defense, and your moves do nothing. And then you need to use your like, what are they? The things. Yeah, let me know if you've done Shadow Ho before. I guess, is this new in raids? So maybe not. Maybe Shadow Moltres is similar to Ho-Ho, but I'm guessing Ho-Ho probably has a lot more bulk. Anyways, sorry for the awkward transition that you just got hit with there. Something started beeping, and then my wife came down. We had a smoke alarm detector going off, not because there's any smoke, but because the battery's gone. Except it wasn't one with the battery. It's like you just needed to like shut off the alarm and disconnect it. So had to do that as I was in the middle of filming. So we'll splice that together awkwardly. And I was talking about the remote raids, saying that I was going to do them because I have coins because I don't buy stuff in this game, and I just have coins from the gyms that I take every day. So definitely remote raid me in. And then I was talking about the channel. In terms of the channel, the views are down across the board, but it's not just me. It's not just GBL. It's the game in general, like Poke Daxi and everyone is like, the views are down across the board. But I'm not worried about the views. I'm worried about the subscriber growth. And I have made in 14 days about 102 new subscribers in 14 days. And to put that in perspective, for the last like 2 years, a bad month was like 400. So I'm not even going to hit half of a bad, 400 was a bad month. And I'm not even going to hit like 200 this month. So I'm going to be like half of what is a bad month. And it's a bunch of things. It's the state of the game. It's January. Everyone's doing their New Year's resolutions, and it's a second week of a stale cup. It's the middle of a season, so people aren't super grinding yet. They want to, like, at the beginning of the season, you always have a push at the beginning of the season where people want to see the new teams, and a push at the end of the season where people want to run to Legend, so they want teams. So, I'm not totally. I don't want to say I'm not worried, but I know that this potentially will rebound. And if it doesn't rebound in the next few months, then we got a problem. And again, I'm already starting to think about other channels. I did put out like, oh yeah, you want to talk about just the YouTube game. So I started another YouTube channel. And it's too niche. I know it's too niche. But it's a YouTube analytics. It's YouTube analytics simplified. And it's basically just me going over like some of like the YouTube statistics and stuff about like how to do mid rolls properly, how to grow, how to like check different stats to like what click through rate is and how important that is. So like it's very, very, very niche. But I like it's just night and day, because like when I posted, I got so kind of lucky in the YouTube game that like I posted my first video and it was like I hit legend, and my second video was I hit number 16 or 18 on the global leaderboard, and I like promoted it on Reddit and stuff like that. And so like within 2 videos, both got like thousands of views, and I got like 200 subscribers in 2 videos, which is not normal. So now I've got this new channel, 4 videos, between the 4 videos, like 30 views and no subscribers. I'm just like, oh, this is rough. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know if that channel is gonna last long, because again, it's too niche. I'm thinking about the simplified economics channel. I think I'm gonna pivot and just go there immediately, because I think there's always topical stuff in the world. Like the Trump's tariffs thing on Canada is everywhere right now. Our leaders are like ministers or prime ministers are, wow, Jesus. Our premiers, which are, I'm trying to relate it, like maybe your governors of a state, are all met to try and like figure out how to deal with these tariffs. So like there's a lot of like real life economic stuff going on that I think is more topical as opposed to like a niche like analytics channel. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, sorry for the cut off Dan talk and just yeah. that beeping and having to deal with that, because the stupid, oh, is it the fire alarm on the main floor? No, it's the fire alarm outside the kid's bedroom that's going off wild. They both slept through it, which is just like, oh man, kids at that age can sleep through anything. Anyways, okay, that's enough. Bye.